Good morning to all traders and welcome to another Markets and Waves. Today we're gonna jump back to the charts. It's Thursday, a day before the NFP, and I think that NFP is going to be very, very important, guys. Is it going to run hot or not? It's going to really provide us a lot of clues about the short and medium term direction of the dollar index as well as equities and the rest of the assets. DXY, dollar, yen, Aussie, oil, incredible comeback, and also the S&P. This is what we're going to have quickly a look on today. So on the DXY, nothing really much changed. It's just the basic that we need to look at every time, either euro dollar or this. So last time it was euro dollar. I always have either DXY or euro dollar, most like 95% of the time. So it's DXY time. I'm looking at this, pretty much preparing to shoot higher one more time. That's probably a third. Without seeing the volumes, I can't say, but probably a third. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, we're looking for a fresh high to complete that minute wave 3, then correcting 4, and then get the last fifth before we start moving lower down. Now, all the alternatives, of course, could this be over here and this be over here, and we'll just get one more up and then start moving lower? Of course, it's possible. But if we look at the structure, this is the most reasonable scenario we currently have to follow, to track, okay? Jumping quickly on the dollar yen, we talked about this potentially being a flat, right? The other day, if you remember, we are about to do the 90%, which means our flat idea, it's very possible to come into effect. Now, if we judge by the volumes as well, guys, because volumes are falling, that is very possible to be the case here, which means we're going to get a 5-wave move down, either impulse or motive wave, which is obviously in wave C, that would be only an ending diagonal, and because we need, of course, to identify all the potential scenarios here, or that is indeed my wave 2 over here. And what is really going on here is that this is wave 1, and this is wave 2, and this is all in the first wave of the third, okay? If it's the first wave of the third, it can be excused for having low volume. So if we start seeing markets moving lower down and then we don't see volumes increasing with a potential candlestick to the upside, then most likely it's going to be a flat, okay? So this is the idea here as well. In case anything changes, we will revisit to see how it changes the outlook. But for now, we remain with a flat pattern in mind, and we can go even all the way up to 112. But since my wave A over here looks like it's done, okay, and the correction looks like it's done, 78.6, which is a very usual suspect for wave C. But sometimes also we do get the 100 Fibonacci. Okay, equals C, it's exactly the same length as wave A. What that brings us up to around the 105, which is also the 100%, the 105 of the downside leg, which would probably keep us right into the like regular flat guidelines, okay, a regular flat. Now, if we also compare that, guys, you see that we did somewhere between 38 and 50%, which for a correction for a flat is exactly what is expected. Usually, we want to see that actually going down to 38.2, but a bit of an overthrow to the downside, it's okay. Now on Aussie, last time we looked at Aussie, we were looking for another leg down, right, in the fifth wave in wave 8. Since then, it's probably been a week or something. We've had moved to the downside over here. That can be read as an ABC, which has a bit of an overextended wave B here, which means, we are expecting wave C to C2 and then continue lower down, and C might have ended already because that can be seen as a diagonal, okay? Or it might be a case where and this is ABC. We're going to get ABC, 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 and ABC. It's going to be a bit of a case where we're on the third wave of currently on the ending diagonal, and then we're going to move lower down, which means we can expect prices to move a bit higher. But don't forget that this can also be, all of this can be wave one. And that can be like WX and wave or something, and then we're going to move lower down. Now, you might ask, why do I not have that as, as one over here? And I will tell you it's because this is looking more like an ABC rather than anything else. And then you might say, what about the ending diagonal? And the truth is that that ending diagonal, wave 3, is shorter than wave 5. See that? So that's why there is no ending diagonal here. So it's an A, B, and a C. So because that is seen as an ABC, I'm calling this the 5 wave, and I'm calling this an A, B, and a C. Okay. Where can we go up to if we haven't finished? And actually the right thing is to do this. We can go up to 50 or even up to the 61.8%. Okay. 1 second, let me just take that off quickly and let me go and show the numbers. How do we see the numbers? And coordinates, visibility. Back prices, there we go. Thanks for that. So 73.50, 74, it's possible. Okay, but I don't think we're going to go over 74. That is probably going to be supporting, receiving some rejection here as well. If we get it, that's going to be a much better signal to the downside. To be fair, now since we're here and we're looking at this, and since we've done wave 1, okay, and we can also assume that this is our 2 for now. We can see whether we are going to break above that level. If we do, most likely it's gonna be that the ending diagonal is gonna go higher. If we don't cross above that level, means most likely that this is an open diagonal and we're gonna start moving lower much faster than, well, in the contrarian scenario. Tricky with oil, what we're currently seeing. Okay, because we are expecting a flat, and we've had a 5 wave leg here to finish wave C, fallen to 54 and going all the way up to 79.80. It's a very impressive move, but also for some we think, oh my god, how bullish this is. But this is a bit sketchy, guys, to be honest, because volumes are not really increasing. Okay, volumes are not increasing, and this is what keeps me concerned. Someone else might have already done the change, put the wave 2 here, and that's 1 and 2, and that's in 3 and 4, and that's going to be a 5. But do you see the volumes here in wave 3, the supposed wave 3? They don't really look like volume in wave 3. Now, if that is 1 and 2, and that is 1 and 2 of 3, then fine, which means we're going to see an extended 3, and we have to see volumes increasing after we receive a correction, because that's going to be 1 and 2, but we definitely need to see very good volumes on the 3rd over here. Otherwise, I will be going with, well, first one is that it's a very deep correction here, and we're gonna start moving lower down to get wave 2. And the other one is that we will have to look at this as an ending diagonal. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll get 1 and 2, we're gonna get 3, we're gonna get 4 and 5. And this one is the one I'm supporting mostly for the time being. Okay, so with that said, let me just bring that over. Yeah, and see where is it going to take us? Now, don't forget, as always, we need to keep a track on this, okay? And see how volumes are going to behave over the next few sessions, okay? That is for oil as well. And the S&P, we were looking for this confirmation of higher, weren't we? This to me looks like a WX and Y, guys. Okay, it looks like a WX and Y because it simply has an ABC here. The X leg looks a bit too short, even if we compare with, you know, this, but it's expected because wave AX is supposed to be an intervening wave connecting the two zigzags in this particular case. Well, zigzags, not the zigzags, but oh, I've just realized I made a mistake. We're talking about zigzags and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So let me just quickly change that to an ABC instead. Yeah, that. One, there you go. I spotted it this time before you did. Thank you very much. So A, B, and C. Yeah, I was saying it's intervening wave, so we don't mind if it's not really lasting long. We could get an invalidation, but I'm looking at this as a 5-wave move. Okay, that is why I don't consider this as part of X. Okay, because one could say this is ABC, this is WX and Y, and this is ABC, and there you go. We've got a flat, and then continue lower down. But obviously, we need another leg up to complete the flat. In either case, we are going to see how this turns out when most likely when the pattern completes, that is the wave Y, okay? Until then, we go with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So in either case, we're looking at a flat ending here, okay? So another leg up for the 5th of wave C. Can we go down to 43.71 and receive a rejection? Yes. If we go past that level, then most likely that's not what we see. This is a W, X, and Y, and this is an ABC, which means all of this wave X is here, okay? And that's an ABC correction, ABC, and then we'll move lower down to start wave A, okay? Now this rejection over here at 44.25 is important and really, I wouldn't say confirms, but increases the probabilities of moving lower down, as you well know that right now. We might get another leg up, although, as I said, okay, false break and then continue lower down. Maybe, I'm just saying maybe, since it's Thursday, we're going to get something like this today, stay there, and then wait for the NFP. Hot NFP, is this going to mean upside or downside? We don't know. It really depends. It's just like around these times, guys, it's very hard really to determine how the markets are going to react, because interest rates and hikes are supposed to be seen good for the dollar, but for the S&P. But then you also have to consider the fact that whether interest rates are good at this moment, because obviously we all know the COVID situation, so it might be more bad than it is good. So interest rates and very high inflation, we're gonna bring it down. You know, everything will get a bit more complicated if the decision is premature. So good NFP would hint at, you know, the Fed to become more biased to hike rather than anything else. But will this mean S&P down, or okay, businesses are doing well because they're employed, so S&P goes up? So we've got to play this game now, because everything is possible nowadays. So let's keep this parenthesis now. Let's keep our eyes open for the NFP tomorrow. Maybe it's going to be a quiet session, and we're going to be here again tomorrow morning anyway for another quick update. So thanks for watching, and we'll, take care.